So I've got a little problem inside my brand new Toyota Tacoma. Nothing major and surely something I caused myself. Let me show you guys. It has to deal with the driver's seat. Oh, actually you really can't see it too well here. Let me pull out into the light. Okay, let's try that again. What I'm talking about right here on the driver's seat, I have a stain. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like there's another little stain there. Does that mean that the seats inside the new Tacoma are not very good? I don't know. I had somebody comment recently that they didn't really like the two-tone seats and they would have preferred all black. Well, this would be a good reason to have all black, right? So anyway, I'm going to try to clean this. First thing I'm going to do is just kind of wipe it off with a cloth. See if that gets rid of it. And it did not. I'm not surprised. I mean, I slide in and out of there every day, right? So that friction would have certainly removed anything that was there. So on to step number 2. Now, what I've got here, this is just a bottle of kind of a soapy concoction, what I usually use to clean windows. Real mild, so we're gonna just spritz it a little bit. That's right, I said spritz it, and see if that allows me to wipe it off. Getting any dirt off of there? Not really seeing anything. Of course, now that it's wet, it's about impossible to tell if I've done anything, right? But we'll keep wiping here, and it'll dry quick. It's so hot down here that, you know, drying off water is not really complicated. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes, and then we'll come back on and see. It looks like it may have removed. I'm going to hit it one more time. I'm not even sure if that's the right area or not. Typically, I would have already sprayed these with Scotch-Brite, but I have not done that yet. So I guess that's on me. Maybe that's a good reason. Got water all over the place. That's a good reason to go ahead and get Scotch-Brite on your seats right away. I still would not pay to have the seats treated by Toyota. It's just a ton of money. You can buy a bottle of Scotch-Brite for what, 12, 15 bucks, something like that. Much less than what Toyota's going to charge you if you take advantage of their, actually they're taking advantage of you, but take advantage of their seat cleaning product, or protectant, I guess. Anyway, let's let that dry for a little bit. We'll come back on and see if my stain is gone. I think I still see a little bit here, but that could be water. All right, while we're waiting for that to dry, rather than just standing in the garage and getting eaten up by mosquitoes, I thought it'd be a good time to take a ride in the new Tacoma. And let's talk about quality a little bit, since I think, you know, how seats perform from a stain standpoint has to do with quality a little bit. First of all, I've had this truck for quite a while now. Haven't put a ton of miles on it or anything, but I've been driving it, using it, and there's really only one, what I'm going to call quality issue, and I'm not going to lump the seat into it just yet. We'll find out if I'll throw that in at the end once I guess sit here and absorb the moisture that I put on that seat to try to clean it. But the biggest quality issue I have been able to find in this truck so far is what Toyota did with the front skid plate, as well as the fender wells. The fender well, I guess, covers, if you will. They use that material that's, I don't know what it is. It's like a fiber plastic. It looks like a fiberglass material, but it's not. I think it's just a fiber plastic sheet, if you will, almost like a cloth, but not quite. It's very thin, maybe, I don't know, an 1/8 inch, something like that. Maybe not even that thick, honestly. And I don't see what purpose it truly would serve other than maybe keeping moisture and maybe some dust, not much. I mean, it's not like it's hermetically sealing anything, but it doesn't really provide any heavy stone protection or anything like that, right? I mean, if you were to scrape across something, let's say that you're out off-roading or whatever, and you know, a skid plate is supposed to skid over stuff, right? I think if you were doing that with this truck and you came across something that was rather abrasive or pointed or whatever, it would just rip that skid plate apart. I just don't see that it has any real strength to it. And I would call that a quality problem. That's something in an area anyway, at least the skid plate, where Toyota should have used some sort of metal, aluminum, stainless steel, I don't know, something. Maybe they did it to reduce weight. I mean, you know, the TRD skid plates are pretty darn heavy, and in trying to make the truck as efficient as possible, maybe they decided to cut some weight there. I'm not exactly sure, but it's the only area that I've found so far in the new Tacoma that I would say is a quality problem. Everything else in this truck has been spot on. Nothing has broken, nothing doesn't work. I mean, everything has been just as good, in my experience, as what I've had in the past with the third generation Tacomas. So for those out there who are questioning the quality of this truck or even the reliability of it, I'm not seeing it, at least not so far. And yeah, I know it's early on. Let's put, you know, 50,000, 100,000 miles, whatever on this truck, and then determine whether or not it's reliable and how good the quality is. But so far, for what I've experienced, it's been pretty darn good. All right, been out riding around for a while, letting the seat dry off, and I think it's pretty much dry for the most part. And you can see here, it's still there. It did not go away. What I really think it is now, after considering things for a bit, I think it's actually oil from this hand sanitizer. I think I might have dripped a little bit right there on the seat when I was putting it on, and I think I've got a little bit of oil in the seat right here. Something I'm going to have to use a cleaner for, I guess, something more robust, because obviously my soapy water did not do the job. I guess those that are complaining about the new Tacoma having multicolor or dual colored seats, one being light, might be right. It probably would be better if the Tacoma had all black seats. Anyway, leave a comment. If you've got a good remedy to get something like that out, I'd be very curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.